Unexpected genius. That'll be another segment in the show.
Yeah. Well, it'd be less than a 1 minute clip throughout all the episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's your 5-10 second clips.
Yep. So hey everyone, I got my partner here, my producer and co-host today, Mr. Tim. He's going to join us, and we're just going to chit chat a little bit.
Chit chat.
I'm going to call it the gray world and weave in some procrastination.
All right.
Because I just think that, we have a tendency to wait for things to happen, and we need to learn as entrepreneurs to make things happen and not be afraid to. And that goes back to the gray world I want to discuss. And so we'll get started with that right away. So I welcome everyone to the Home Service Shift podcast.
Thank you for being here. Yeah. Thanks for listening, as always.
Yes. And hopefully our production goes up a little bit, and we give some really good info for everybody today. So
That's right.
I'm pretty excited. So gray world, what am I talking about here? So let's look at just our language in general, our English language. So for instance, let me give you an example. Have you ever heard a tree bark? Have you ever had heard of a dog with bark on, has bark,
Yeah, it's not a double entendre. I forget what those are called.
What is that?
There's a term for it. With just two meanings.
Yeah.
For one word.
Well, you just came up with another one, two.
Okay.
TWO means two of us, right?
Yes.
TO means
I will be there too.
Yeah. And then 2OO is also.
Yes. What'd you say? There was two? There's
three
TWO, and then there's what?
TO.
TO.
And
yeah.
TOO.
TOO. Dang.
You know what I mean?
How have we survived all this time as an English language?
I don't know. Are you going to take a left turn? Are you on the left? Or have you left the building?
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are the things that I consider gray world stuff, right? We're using the same word for not even close to the same thing.
Right.
Right? There's tree bark, and there's a dog that barks.
It barks. That's right.
Right? It's just crazy. And so when I look at my business and how I want to run my business, I run it in those realms. I run it in the world of bark, to, left, all the things. Even right. I mean, why did they get lazy on left and right? I mean, right. I'm right, and I'm turning right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, what are we trying to get to here? Well, when it comes to running our businesses, we have to be flexible. If we run a black and white business, and here's a black and white statement, well, that's the way we've always done it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a black and white statement. That's a terrible statement and something you should get away from.
Yep.
I can't tell you how often I hear that. And if you get stuck in your business, or when it slows down and your business is really suffering, money gets tight and all these things, this is the time that you need to be moving, shucking and driving.
Yeah.
I mean, making things happen, pushing boundaries, get out of this is the way we've always done it. This is what my gurus told me to do. This is what my best practices group has told me to do. No, it's time for some clear thinking.
Which that kind of bleeds over into junk drawer stuff too. This is the way we always done it. We've got basically you're saying we've got a full junk drawer.
We have a junk drawer of stuff every day, every daggum day. Right?
Yeah.
So like for instance, today I've heard that, well, not today, I didn't hear it, but today I'm going to talk about what I heard. Again, here we go. 30 to 40% down are suppliers, are contractors, private equity firms, 20 to 40, definitely.
Across the board,
right? Why is this? First and foremost, if you watch my series, you'll see that Landon and I talked numerous times about this day coming after COVID, because we were selling at record pace. At some point, there's nothing to fix when you keep replacing everything. And we're running into that. And it's across the country. And it's been a cooler than normal summer. At least here in DFW, we have not had a 100-degree day yet.
I was out the other night. I was like, this is actually Nice.
In fact, I saw on the
July.
news last night on the weather, the guy came out and did the weather and said, this is the longest we've ever gone without a 98 degree.
It's crazy.
Not even talking about 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Without even a 98 degree day.
Yeah.
And so I don't care if the weather's hot or cold. Our air conditioning company is busy 12 months a year. It doesn't matter. And that's a whole nother subject, memberships and why we keep ourselves so busy with that. But we're not going to get into that today. But I had to go into a gray world. I had to change the status quo to create a 12-month a year AC business, right? Plumbing is 12 months a year automatically. We just constantly have work.
Water does not stop.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And air conditioners are still breaking, but less of them are breaking because we had such a massive replacement. You know, all the private equity came in here, started replacing everything. All the best practices group tell you that 70% of your revenue should be replacement, 30% repair. Well, you're just replacing yourself out of business.
Right. Because so after 2020, for my understanding, it started going like that.
Oh, yeah. It was steady. I mean, we were in a
because
run.
Everybody was in their homes.
Yep.
Everybody was on lockdown. Yep. So basically 2 years, there was a lockdown. There was kind of
2 years of lockdown, 3 years of, go as hard as you could go.
Yeah.
And we were on an upswing prior to that. It wasn't, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Because we had just come out of, a decade earlier, the housing crash. So the momentum was going up, trending up the whole decade, right?
Yep.
And then we got into COVID and it just went on steroids and everybody got stimulus money and we started replacing a lot of water heaters, electric panels for electric cars,
Makes sense.
air conditioners, everything, garage doors, all that stuff. Are people just buying it?
Everybody's at home. They see all this stuff wrong with their house. It's time to fix everything.
That's exactly what happened.
Yep.
And now we're having the hangover. The hangover is...
The party's over.
The party's over. And the question is, how long is the party going to be over?
Exactly. Right. How long is the hangover going to be?
Yeah. How long? And, I can't predict the future, but I'll tell you what, I get pretty daggone close. I've been in this long enough. 2025, forget it. It's going to be terrible. Yeah. It's not going to come back.
Yep.
I'm not for sure if it's going to come back. Maybe by Q2, Q3 of next year, we'll start seeing a little bit of an upward trend because of, a whole year went by without a lot of sales for folks.
Yep.
We never prescribe to this, 70% sales versus 30% repairs.
Right.
So we've got plenty of opportunities. Our trucks are out of here every day. We're drive by our competitors and their parking lots are full of install trucks. Ours are gone. Ours are being used.
Yeah. I drove by one the other day. I was like, that is a sea of trucks.
Sitting
there.
It's every day that they're sitting there. And, one of the big boys, there's two big boys within 3 miles of us, either direction.
Right.
And everything's sitting in the parking lot. It's pretty sad. And, their employees are coming over here and, trying to get jobs.
Yeah.
And we're actually hiring. So, how is this possible when this is not the norm, right? It's possible because of memberships, number one. It's also possible because we create relationships and long-term customers. We understand that as we sell equipment, we are selling ourselves out of a job. If you're an AC, right? For 12 years.
12 years.
10, 12 years, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so not that we don't want to replace, but our margins are created. I can't get the margins I get just selling equipment. Definitely not at 70%.
Right.
If 70% of our sales are installs, our margins would be below 50%, just like what I see when I'm coaching other companies. It's ridiculous. The gross profit that I see typically from a company I take over is less than 40%. And so there's lots of room for improvement. And that's why we get it turned around so fast and their minds are blown, right?
Right.
So while we're speaking of that, if you need some, just want a free consultation, want to talk and help, I'm here for you, even in the DFW area. It doesn't matter. That's why I came back to the industry. I will help you. I'll give you some ideas on what to work on. And if you want the full-blown coaching and turn your business around in 90 days or less, we can do that too.
That too.
You just reach out to me at billy@billygo.com. Simple as that.
Yep.
And we'll put you in a free consultation and just talk to you about it.
And it's not complicated.
No, it's
It's
not.
not complicated.
The formula works.
Yep.
It works. It works very fast.
Yep.
And we get you on your way. 90 days, and then we do 1 month check-ins every month. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
But it gets back to this gray world. You can hear about it. You can go, yeah, I might need that. And then if you don't act, then nothing's going to happen. It's going to be the same thing. There's opportunity for everybody right now. I love it when it's like this. Actually, our business thrives. My previous business, during the economic crash, is when we exploded. Absolutely exploded.
Living in the gray world, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living in the gray world.
Yeah.
This isn't a black and white business, and we got to quit running it like that. You can't keep doing it the way you've always done it.
Let me ask you this. Has it ever been a black and white business?
No, never. No, it has not.
So what made it black and white? The perception that it is black and white, because from what I see, it's pivoting every day.
It is pivoting every day. So I've got a great answer for you on what made it black and white. Coaching.
Yeah.
Best practices groups tried to make it black and white.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Here's your formula.
Yeah.
Every town.
Let's have structure.
It's all the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's have structure. Let's have a plan. But let's be flexible.
Yeah.
Right. And if the plan's not working, let's try something else. So I've tried them and I keep trying them. It's not a time to procrastinate when it comes to your business right now. That's the death of a business now. It is moving so fast. So let me tell you, Tim is in charge of marketing. He does marketing. He does our videos. He does our social media. He's got his fingerprint on anything marketing in our company. And I'm telling you what, he's working harder than he's ever worked before, not trying to get calls from PPC. That is not what we're doing at all, is it?
No, not a bit. No. Not a bit. This is the trenches. It's Wild West now.
It's a wild, wild west.
Yeah.
This is the time right now with AI and all the things that are starting to happen. Yeah. The AI search is moving quickly. It has changed the way people search, and you have to adapt for it. What used to work doesn't work. In fact, I'm seeing where this is a freebie here. I'm seeing where Yelp is one of the top contenders when it comes to AI search.
Yeah, which is crazy.
The search engines are all over Yelp for some reason.
We thought Yelp was that's been in the background for the last year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, we don't mess with it much.
No.
Now it's a major focus for us. So there you go.
Yep.
You better take another look at that. But it doesn't help if you're just going to get on Yelp. That's not the answer.
Yeah. It's
preparing through Yelp how to build an AI business, right? Through marketing. You need marketing AI and using Yelp. So all you got to do is Google it or AI, go to ChatGPT and see how who AI agency, what do you want to call those? Platforms?
Platforms, yeah.
AI platforms?
I would explain it like this. ChatGPT or any AI needs to be trained. And so they pull information from different sources, obviously, to train AI. And Yelp, surprisingly, is a big one.
You think it's because they're not owned by Apple, they're not owned by Microsoft, they're not owned by Facebook.
Yeah.
And so you think that has something to do with it?
I think so. I think it's like Reddit was one too.
Oh yeah, Reddit too.
So I think it's one of these that people are looking for authenticity anywhere they can find it.
Yeah.
So they view Yelp as an authentic source.
That's right.
Or Reddit as an authentic source. So which bleeds into Google and the whole everything that's happening right now. They're looking for authenticity.
Yes,
what
sir.
They're looking for.
And what are you seeing? Are you seeing big improvement in the results? I mean, obviously we've got calls and others are not.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, but it's like again, right now we're just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out where this stuff is coming from, and how basically how do we get to the top of that list of the AI search list, which is to me it's at a very beginning stage. Eventually, this is where it's going to get crazy. Eventually, it's going to get into even further. Voice search is coming. People pick up their phones and they're speaking into their phones. That's a whole new realm.
It's a whole new realm.
Yet. Yeah.
You know, this reminds me when Google came out, and don't quote me on the year, but I think it's like 2003 through 2004. I believe so, right around there. And
Seems
I was
like
fully
it's been around forever. Though.
I was fully entrenched in the Yellow Pages.
Yep.
And I was struggling, you know, to get as far forward as I could. You know, page one, I guess you would call it full page, and then they came out with a double truck. I finally got full page when they came out with double trucks because all the full page guys moved up to that. They're not giving their spots up.
Got me a full page.
Yeah,
now.
got me a full page, but we're back there where I was. And then I heard about this Google thing, and I talked to people, you know, go to a restaurant or whatever, and you know about Google, and people are like, oh yeah, I'm starting to use it. It's a search engine, blah, blah, blah. So I did my research, and I found a guy that knew how to build a website that was, you know, Google friendly or whatever back then, whatever year that was, 20 years ago or less. I mean, it's not been that long. And I'll never forget my Yellow Pages rep came in, and I already had the Google stuff all built, and we were on page one all by ourselves. We were literally the entire page. If you were looking for a plumber, HVAC company, whatever,
you're it.
That was it.
Yep.
It was us.
Yep.
Nobody else. No one else. And so I got fortunate that I met this guy, and we were able to build out pages and stuff, you know, things that people weren't doing yet. And so he came in, and I was spending, gosh, I don't know, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 a month in Yellow Pages or more. I don't remember exactly.
That seems like a lot.
It was. It was a lot. It was a lot. We were trying to grow, right? And I remember I had my number two guy there, and I'd go in. I'm going to this Google thing. I'm telling them to kick rocks. I'm telling them I'm going to do it. And then I go, should I? I mean, I just wanted him to say.
But your instinct.
My instinct, my gut, everything was telling me to do this. But then he was opposite of me. He's very conservative, and he was like, wow, man, it sure is risky. It's
the way we've always done it.
It's the way we always done it. You got it, buddy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all the way up to the minute to the guy comes into my office. I'm like, as I'm walking into my office with the guy in front of me, you know, directing into my office. He already knew what it was anyway. I'm looking at my guy in his office. I'm like, should I do it? You know, I mean, literally all the way to that point. And the guy sat down, the sales guy from the Yellow Pages sat down, and he went through his spiel and all that. And I said, you know what? I don't think I'm interested in renewing this year. I couldn't believe it. I said it. I didn't say I'm not interested in paying what I paid last year.
Yeah, we're interested in out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, it was a calculated risk, right? I was like, well, he's not just going to drop me. I'm a big customer. Right?
Yeah.
And so I had to make my threat real.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I needed that leverage.
Right.
And he laughed. His first thing was a chuckle, you know, like bullshit. I mean, it was a chuckle. And I said, no, I don't think you understand me. I'm out. So he's like, Bill, you can't do that. I said, man, this Google thing, it's working for us. I didn't even know if it was working yet or not for us. I mean, at that time we were still trying to figure it out, but it was bringing in some calls. I will say that.
Right.
And I could see that it was shifting. And I said, yeah, that's all I want to do. He goes, you serious? And I go, yeah. And the guy was you could tell he was about to cry, man. He was like, couldn't believe it because he was fixing to get a big old fat commission, right? He had his account. He had his stacks of papers for me to sign for another year, right? With him. He brought it in, got his chest pumped out.
Yeah, he had a good breakfast that morning. It's going to be a good
We
day.
played golf together. We went to baseball games together. He went out to Texas Motor Speedway with us and hung out in my RV and all that stuff. So we were buddies.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm sorry, man. I can't. I'm not going to do it. He goes, let me call my boss. He went, and I could see him out in his truck, you know, talking to whoever. He comes back in, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes later. He goes, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you everything you had last year for half price. I go, deal. I didn't even hesitate. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so nervous because the whole time he was in there, I'm in my buddies. You know, I had him come in my office.
Were you trying to play it cool though, a little bit?
Oh, hell yeah! He had no idea that I was.
I guess we'll do that.
Yeah. I'm like, Deal. So, uh, so I did the deal, and we cut it in half, and the Google worked. It did. We grew. We actually started growing. Really good time, because we were sitting at that 3 million mark for like 3 or 4 years, like a lot of contractors do. We just kind of, that was where we sat.
Yeah.
So next year rolls around, and I'm like, this year, we're not doing it. I didn't even go to my number 2 guy's office and discuss it with him. I didn't even need it. I had all the confidence now.
Yeah.
And the data. Next year, and the data. And the guy rolled in, and I said, well, here we go. I'm not doing anything this year. He goes, I prepared for you to say that. We're going to give you 20% off of what we did last year. And I'm like, wow, that's so generous of you, but I'm sorry. It's 0 this year. For real.
Wow. Yeah.
And he couldn't believe it. He goes, nothing at all. I said 0. And that's what it went to. We did 0. And we had a run of about 3 years where we just did nothing but Google, while everybody else was still fighting for Yellow Pages. And I knew if I got rid of my spots, people would be clamoring for them, and they'd get distracted, right? That's why I went completely, no, I don't want to renew anything. Give them to someone else.
Yep.
Please give it to someone else.
Right.
Whoever wants to spend money for that, you go get it. But I don't want it. And that's what happened. And we took off. Business kept growing like crazy. And so here we are again.
How much of a difference do you think this is, though, leap-wise? So the jump from SEO, Yellow Pages to Google
was massive.
As opposed to, I heard a guy say this the other day. He said, I would describe AI like this, and where we're at, this is the printing press.
Yep.
This is not like...
it's telephone, it's the radio.
Yeah, it's not like coming out with the new iPhone. Right. Steve Jobs comes out and goes, oh, we have the new iPhone 4, or however, whatever stage he was at when he was still alive. But he said, we're at printing press at this point.
Yep. That's right.
Yep.
And you're going to have to get on it. Now, do I think the leap is going to be as big as it was from Yellow Pages to Google? I do not.
You think it's going to be bigger?
No, I don't think it'd be bigger, because there's more sophisticated people in the space.
I got you.
Right? We're not the only ones working on this.
Right.
We were the only ones working on it back then.
Right.
Right. There was just a small handful of people working on it back then.
So people going through the gate, there's going to be a lot more people going through the gate at one time.
Yeah. Yeah. Scrambling like crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll say it right now. One of the best things I feel like I ever did, and at the same time, one of the craziest things I've ever done, was when I created a software company to run my company. Now I've got this intelligent base of software engineers that literally help us leapfrog, because I have that technology stack ready to go.
The base is built.
The people that understand this new stuff, we use AI coders and stuff. They understand how all this works. We got a head start, because I have that in my back pocket. All I got to do is just go to the other building. Yeah. And they're already, working on it. And so we're testing it. We're in the test dummy while they're building all this stuff, the software side. So it's really helped us because of having this. And then we take this information and we give it to our subscribers.
Yep.
And so they can use it. So, we're already doing that. In fact, it's so awesome that, like when I work with agencies and stuff, we don't really have to pay, because we're helping them as much as they're helping us.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this is a great laboratory for us.
Yeah.
I didn't really see it like this when I first decided to do this. And so
when you first started to
think about
software.
The software and the actual physical business at the same time. But now with all this advancement and development, this has been a really great deal for us, because the model is go chase as many subscribers as possible, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that is the model, and it still is, but to a certain extent. Now we're using technology to prop up a non-technology type business, right? So we're tech-enabled.
Yeah.
Here at Billy Go, and tech-enabled for all of our subscribers on Sarah. and which gives us a definite advantage.
Yeah.
We're not waiting for someone else, or like paying lots of money.
Exactly.
And they're giving the same info to others.
Everybody, and we don't know if that info is actually good or not.
That's right.
Yeah. So in the AI, the way I saw it in my mindset was, it's not necessarily about how many people's going through the threshold into AI. It's who you're with.
Yeah.
Going into the threshold. It's the people that you're with is the smart move.
Yeah.
Right. Because you could get I'm already seeing advertisements, and I'm going, how in the world? Here we go, back in the loop.
Yep.
They're just attaching and saying, we have AI. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't
mean anything, really.
Doesn't mean anything. Everybody has AI, you know, so it really depends on who you're attached to and who you're listening to is what it boils down to.
Yeah, well, it's exciting times. I'm having a blast again, and really loving the leap, and the technology. I could see there's going to be a lot of change. I would really hate to be in a white collar business right now.
You know what I heard the other day? And maybe I can put the interview, cut this in. But there was they call him the godfather of AI. I'd never seen the guy. I thought the guy from ChatGPT was the godfather of AI. This is an older gentleman that's been around for a long time. He's worked, anyway.
They call you the godfather of AI. So what would you be saying to people about their career prospects in a world of superintelligence?
Trained to be a plumber.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to become a plumber.
Learn to be a plumber.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Back, Jesse Waters on Fox News said the same thing last night.
Yep.
Plumbers are rocking.
Learn to be a plumber.
Yeah, and if you're a plumber listening to us, get a hold of us. We've got the recipe for you.
Yep.
Definitely want to share it with you.
Yeah, and then having the technology that they'll be able to utilize.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, it's crazy. I love it. This is as much fun as when I did this the first time, with the Yellow Pages, the Google thing. And it's, with the Google and Yellow Pages thing, it wasn't that far of a stretch because basically we just digitize Yellow Pages with Google, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is different. This isn't just digitizing something that already exists and making it, Google is massive. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is massive. And the leap was massive. But at the end of the day, it was kind of the same concept. Here's a website, right? Or here's your front full page ad, right? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? This is different. I don't even know if websites matter. Because nobody's going to be looking for your website anymore, going to be looking for you anymore. They're going to be asking questions like, how do you fix a toilet when I hear this swoosh sound?
Yep.
Right? That's what they're going to ask.
Yep.
They're not going to be going,
it's voice.
Plumber near me. No.
It's completely, I wouldn't say it's dead, but it's dying.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Old school SEOs, but I forget what the acronym they use for that is, but it's definitely, I mean, I'm finding myself going down the road because I was never really big on ChatGPT for a minute until I figured out what it could do. And I was like, holy cow. Yeah. And things like Notebook LM and of course Grok and all these different things. And so the other day I started talking into my ChatGPT because I don't have to type.
Yeah.
If I have to explain something, say if I'm training ChatGPT right now for something that we're doing with Billy Go, I just speak it in.
Yeah.
And go update your memory, blah, 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 blah. And I've got to the point now I get in my car. I don't even want to, I just want to talk.
Yeah.
Right. So that's coming. Voice search is coming.
Yeah. And
coming fast.
Back to that toilet swishing or whatever the customer goes, how do you fix the toilet or what's wrong with my toilet when it goes swish or whatever they're saying? Right? Yeah. Well, how do you get found in that situation? It's not that they're trying to fix it. Maybe they're going to give it a shot, but maybe it's going to send them a video or whatever that you produced that is about this, right? So now what you do is you find the keywords that are important and you pay for these keywords and you get rid of negative keywords and you work the system and you do all that. Now it's like, I have a toilet that's leaning 15 degrees to the left, and every time I sit on
What?
it, it rocks. Right? No one searches like that, but
No.
that's what people are going to be saying.
That's what people are going to be saying.
And
Full sentence.
so how do you search around that, right? And that's the game we're playing now.
Yeah.
And how do you show up when that situation happens?
And how are you authentic?
Yes. You can't use any of those AI agents to write your material.
I don't even know.
It'll pick it up.
It will.
It knows.
And I'm not even sure why people would use that, to be honest with you. Because it's looking for authenticity. It wants to, like it's a monster, but ChatGPT.
It might be a monster. You never know.
Who knows, man? But ChatGPT wants to, what would be the word I would use? It wants to translate itself into as human as possible.
Yeah.
So when you say my toilet is leaning, you're on your phone, you're going down the road. My toilet's leaning.
You may be on the throne.
Yeah, you might be
on your phone.
That's on the throne, on the phone, on the toilet. And you speak that into your, and so what AI is doing is it's figuring out how people actually talk. They don't talk in SEO, old school SEO.
No.
They don't talk like that.
Nope. And then how do you appear?
How do you appear?
That's right.
Yep.
And so there's your tip today. Another one. I think a lot of things going on. And I think that's why Yelp is being one of the popular ones, and Reddit. But see, Reddit's tricky. You can't advertise on Reddit. You can't spam it. You can't. It's a tricky one. It's very tricky. But when you get it right, it works.
Yeah. You become the authority.
Yeah.
On the page.
But you can't become an authority in Reddit. That's the thing.
You got to be normal. You got to be the normal DIY guy.
Yeah. So that's that's what the team's working on, right? That's just the thing. That's what they got to figure out.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I enjoy the weekly updates that I'm getting, on the technology side, and then obviously the weekly updates that I'm getting on the marketing side, and it's pretty cool to have both working in tandem.
Yeah.
And watching the progress.
Yeah.
Because it's really fast moving and it's exhilarating to me.
Yeah.
I love
because
it.
It's problems. It's more problems.
Yeah.
Coop and I were talking this morning, and it's like, oh, Yelp's doing this and that. And we're trying to figure out how to get around it. And honestly, there's not really a way around it. You just you got to be authentic.
Yeah.
You've got to figure out how to be as authentic as you possibly can, and that's a problem. Well, how do we do that?
Yeah. I think the way web pages are built and everything, all that's changing. I mean, we had that conversation already this morning. I mean, several times, but just in passing, that got brought up again. It's like, that's going to be totally, completely different.
Right.
How that works.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How are you going to be found?
So for marketing, they say AI, is going to replace marketing and all this stuff. But right now, I don't think so, because there's a lot of change going on and people got to figure out this new stuff. They just do.
Yeah.
But again, the traditional way of doing it is slow, not even slowly, quickly, very quickly changing on a day-to-day basis, it feels like to me.
Yep.
Because when I have a meeting, an updated meeting with my engineer staff about the stuff, and then I meet with you and Cooper, I mean, that's 7 days have gone by. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. From last meeting to the next meeting. And we're talking about wholly different new stuff that we've learned in that 7 days.
It's insane, isn't it?
It's every week.
Yeah.
It's every week. And so you better get out of the black and white world and get in the gray world. Now, don't be scared of this. This is awesome.
This is fun. The gray world's fun.
It's fun. Just get into it and make it fun.
Yeah.
And not worry about it.
Yeah.
And you can have the ability to grow a really, really good business, whatever size you want it to be, if you just take it on. Because I feel like I have the people that I need to double the business, even as large as we are already. I think we could double the business with the amount of people we have.
Not at a person.
Yeah, not at a single person.
Yep.
Because of the advancements and what we're building and what we've seen and what we're going to be building. I don't think we have to add any more employees to it. So right now we have a very great ratio. I think we have 60-ish employees here.
Yeah, seems like the right number.
And there's, I think, 14 people support the other 46.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quiet up here.
And that includes you guys in marketing. I'm including you as the 14.
Right.
The ratio on that's pretty insane, where a lot of companies at best are 1-to-1. You know, we're already, I don't know, what is that? It's like 3-to-1, something like that. One person in office for every 3 point something in the field already. That's where we are. That's our overhead cost is extremely low. If it wasn't for, rising insurance and stuff like that.
Insurance can be a problem sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Those trucks, man. Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, because everybody's trying to hit your truck.
I don't know why everybody's trying to hit our trucks.
I think they're too fancy looking. I got to dumb them down a little bit.
That's right.
That's the problem when you get them all wrapped and make them looking nice. Become a target.
They don't want anything to be too nice.
Might as well just put a big target on them.
Yeah.
Just say, hit me here.
Yeah. That's right.
So. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for listening today. If you have any questions about this episode, just send us a comment. For sure, like and subscribe.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Share with people. It's all about listening to the right people. It really is. Right now, it's about listening to the correct people.
Yep.
And I said this the other day. We're just in the trenches, and we take what we have, what we're learning, and this is an avenue. This show's an avenue to pass it on, and it's free.
Yep.
It's free information,
Absolutely.
So,
well, thanks for joining me today.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, y'all have a great day out there.